A natural disaster hits a community, a city, or a country, and the loss is mind boggling. The media reports the facts and figures to describe the devastation, but it really doesn't hit home for us until we hear the stories and see the pictures for ourselves. When we hear the stories of a man who lost a son, a woman whose husband is missing, a child just looking for a familiar face, the pain becomes unbearable when we hear those sides of the story. Well, in Genesis 7:1, the Lord then said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation." Well, long ago, there was a great flood. Noah and his family knew that there was going to be a great flood because God told them so. So they built the ark at God's command, they followed instructions, and they braced for the crisis. They endured years and years of looking foolish, being ridiculed, but they continued to work on faith and love. And then the downpour came. And the final instruction was go into the ark. So Noah and his family, they evacuated and left everything behind, and they went into the big boat, which was a floating zoo. So even though they were on a floating zoo, they followed God and they were out of harm's way, and God's grace saved them from disaster. When storms come into your own life, they may not be on the same scale as the great flood, but they do bring just as much sorrow and pain. Whether it's an illness, an accident, or betrayal, your decisions can help save you and your family. Let's face it, tragedy can strike whether you're a saint or a sinner. To survive it requires spiritual preparation. When you build your home on the foundation of God's word, you can find safety despite what's going on outside. You can help those you love weather the storm. Begin now by preparing your house for the storms that are sure to come. Spend some time in the Bible. Strengthen your relationship with God and with a godly community. Bring your loved ones before God in prayer. And when it strikes, you will have shelter.